All right, everybody, what's up? Michael Edward here, the head trader at True Trading Group. And we're going to recap today's trading where I'm going 2 for 3 trading one particular pattern and one particular setup. Still have an open position actually as I'm making this video. So maybe I'll be making a trader or while we're going through this video lesson. But what I want to talk to you guys about here with this video is a pattern and a catalyst known as the trade line VWAP crossover. If you follow my channel for a while, you've seen me talk about this pattern setup a lot. This is a momentum breakout catalyst. It is a setup that I think all day traders should learn how to trade. And I went after this trade twice in the morning. One of the setups ended up failing. One ended up working out. And when you do get these patterns that work themselves out, this is why risk management is so important. No pattern is going to work 100% of the time, guys. Doesn't exist. If you're looking for a pattern that's going to work 100 times out of 100 or 99 times out of 100, just stop watching the video right now because I'm telling you it doesn't exist. Take it from someone that's traded professionally on Wall Street. I worked at a hedge fund. We managed about $500 million. It does not exist. If it did exist, I'd be a trillionaire by now. Not every pattern is going to fail sometimes, and it's going to work out sometimes. You want to be able to put yourself in a position where you're in a situation where the probability of the pattern working itself out is in your favor, or maybe 70% of the time, 75% of the time, the stock's going to resolve itself in specific price action based on the pattern that you're looking at. And this trade line VL crossover pattern is no different. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the risk reward on the setup is so far in your favor to where one winning trade puts you well far into the green, and one versus one losing trade. I'm sorry. So if you make a losing trade and then you make a winning trade, that winning trade well more than covers your loss and puts you well far into the profit. I'm finishing the day with a very nice, solid green day today because of this trade line bureau crossover pattern. And that's what I'm going to share with you guys. We're going to talk about these setups. The first trade that I made today was the loser, and that was SHLL. Okay. What happened here on SHLL was this previous high on Friday. Okay. We pushed right through it off the bell and we had a real nice, strong volume off that open. So on this pullback, I went ahead and got long on that pullback. I'll take you guys to the trade alerts on the day. This is the downloaded trade log, which has all of my trade alerts in the chat. You can see here I got long SHLL at 16.99. Okay, which is right here. I'm long at 16.99, looking for that previous high to be support after we broke through with such tremendous volume. And then we had a lower volume pullback to retest that area. Then the trade line came into play. And this is where I thought we were going to get a trade line VWAP crossover right there. Right there, I thought the trade line, which is the 9 exponential moving average, this blue line is the 9 exponential moving average. I will preface this by saying I do not include VWAP. I do not include pre-market data in my VWAP indicator or in my 9 exponential moving average, which is the trade line. If you do, your values on these indicators are going to be different from mine. So I do not include pre-market data on these two indicators. Okay, that's very important. So what I was looking for was this blue line to then cross over VWAP, okay, and then give us that breakout move. Okay, that's what you will see happen when you get a trade line VWAP crossover. But you can see we never quite got the crossover. You can see this teal line, which is the 9 EMA, which is my trade line indicator, never crossed up over and above VWAP. Okay, and then when we failed and we pulled this all the way back in, I just exited my position. Okay, so I'll take you guys here. You guys can see here, sold out SHLL at 1638. Okay, so 16.99 entry, 1638 exit. Just starting the day off with a losing trade, but it wasn't a big one. Okay, ended up not being. I was able to exit prior to my stop loss. The stock ended up actually going on later in the day to make a decent move, and I could have actually had a nice profit on this, but I bailed when the trade line VL cross failed, and then we had this real high volume come in, this high volume sell off. And I just thought that, okay, you know what? I didn't like that action. I didn't like the heavy volume sell off. So I just exited the trade and walked away with a small loss. Exiting before my stop loss in this case would have helped or would have benefited if I stayed in the position to my stop loss. But I did not like the failed trade line VL cross. I did not like the increase in volume and I exited the trade. But this time that low that I held and the stock continued higher. So I could have made a decent chunk of change if I stayed in the position, but I was playing this specifically for that trade line VL crossover, and it ended up failing. Okay, it ended up failing, and that's why I exited the trade. Then we had NVTA. This is totally different now. This is another trade line VL crossover, but this one worked out, gave me beautiful follow through and extension. And this is what I'm talking about: how just one winning trade can completely cover a loss, plus put me well into the profit, 5-figure profit after making back my loss on SHLL, putting me back up into the green on this NVTA. Okay, putting me back up into the profit on NVTA. So let's talk about the setup. Okay, let's talk about the setup. First thing that I want to point out to you guys is this real nice, strong opening bell push on NVTA off the bell. Excellent volume, huge push. Then we had this little pullback. Okay, then we had this little pullback. What I do then is I identify, okay, my Fibonacci retracement levels. Where are my Fibonacci retracement levels? And then you can see we had a low volume pullback compared to the push higher. See the difference in the volume on the push higher versus the pullback. A low volume pullback right into the 23.6 Fibonacci level, which also lines up with VWAP, which also has the trade line coming up underneath it. So on this pullback into that trade line, guys, that is where I went ahead and I got long NVTA right there. Let me go back to my trade announcements here. You guys can see I'm long NVTA at 24.75. Okay, I'm long at 24.75. You can see right here, stop loss at $24 area. Okay, so there's the entry right there, 24.75. And looking for a trade line VWAP crossover. Notice how this time we got the crossover, the trade line cross up and over VWAP. And then you will see that the trade line starts to act as a nice area of support. And then you get your breakout move. So this is what I was expecting to happen on SHLL. We did not get it on SHLL. It ended up failing. This one, we got the extension, we got the breakout, and I start peeling profits off the table. Back to my alerts, you can see I took some profit off at 25.83. Okay, right in front of the high of the day, 25% of my position, just in case we double topped. All right, then we got some extension, took the bulk of my position off the table at $26.90, which is right there. Okay. And then what I ended up doing here was I added back to my position here, because then we had the initial morning high lined up with the trade line, added back to my position, and then we got another push higher. You guys can see here I added back at 26.10, then took more profit off at 26.81, which is right there. Oops. Sorry, guys. Okay, took more profit, and then we pulled ourselves back in, and I got flat the last piece of my position right there. Okay, so here is your trade line VWAP crossover, guys. But in this situation, you actually got the crossover, you got the support on the trade line, and then you got the follow through move. So the point of me showing you guys this, it's just a coincidence that the two trades that I made today were based on trade line VWAP crossovers. One of them failed, one of them worked out. Now, the point of me going over this with you, showing you both of these trades, I always want to cover with you guys my wins and my losses. But what you have to really be able to understand is that there is no pattern that's going to work 100% of the time. So stop looking for one. Stop trying to find one. Okay? You have to be able to manage your risk on the losing trades so that one winning trade puts you into the green. Your average win should be bigger than your average loss. Okay, your average loss should not be bigger than your average win. If it is, you're doing something wrong. You're either exiting your winning trades too soon or you're holding on to your losing trades too long. Your average win should be bigger than your average loss. So if I make a winning trade, which I did in NVTA, I should make more than I would if I lost plus some. So if you make one losing trade and one winning trade on the day, you should be green. You should not still be red. And being able to identify that risk reward on quality setups like the trade line VL crossover, like we had on these two trades, can greatly help you guys throughout that process. Okay. So I want to take a minute, just kind of share this with you. This is that trade line VL crossover. If you guys want to learn more about the trade line VL crossover, I have an entire chapter that is dedicated to the trade line VL crossover. It is a breakout trigger. It's a momentum catalyst that I think every day trader needs to have in their arsenal and needs to understand. You guys can click on the link in the description below this video to get a 34% discount on a membership to True Trading Group that includes the entire course curriculum for free. No upsells. It's included for free. Use coupon code TTG620 to get that 34% discount and get all the courses included for free and learn how to identify and how to trade the trade line Bureau crossover. I owe all my money today to this pattern thanks to NVTA. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow's TTG Tuesday. Chat room is open for free for everybody. Go to truetradinggroup.com, upper right-hand corner. You'll see it'll say TTG Tuesday. Click on that. Fill out the form. Register. It's going to give you a link that's going to give you access to our chat room for free for the whole day tomorrow. The chat room opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, closes at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so make sure you guys don't miss out. Come and chat, trade with me live, see my screen, hear me on the mic, and let's go through and make some money together. I'll see you guys in chat. Take care.